In today's video, we're going to be working on volume of a right circular cone. On the right hand side, I put the formula we're using is V as volume equals 1/3 times pi times r squared times height. We're going to be using pi as 3.14. And number one, we're going to start with our radius is 3 inches and our height is going to be 6 inches. Put the formula here again, just so we know what we're going to put in. Volume equals 1/3 pi times radius squared times height. And we're just going to plug in our numbers where they're supposed to go. V equals 1/3 times pi. Our radius is going to be 3 squared times our height, which is going to be 6. Then we have volume equals 1/3 pi 9, then 6. Volume equals 1/3 pi, and 9 times 6 is 54. Okay. Different ways you can go ahead and do it. You can go ahead and multiply 54 times pi, or you can do 1/3 times pi and then multiply that by 54. Okay, I go ahead and just solve it and multiply it. So when I go ahead and multiply all this and then divide by 3 and everything, my answer is going to be about 56.5 inches to the third power. Okay. Now, for the other steps, I'm going to go ahead and skip some steps, and if you still need help, then go back to example 1 and see how I did it step by step. Okay, for number 2, we have our radius to be 5 inches and our height to be 9 inches. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and skip some steps here. V equals 1/3 pi. I'm going to put radius. Our radius is 5 squares times our height, which is 9. Then I have V equals, this is where I'm just going to go ahead and skip the steps, because I know right away 5 times 5 is 25, and then I'm just going to multiply 25 times 9, which is going to give me 225. Then I'm just going to go ahead and multiply this to find our answer, and my answer is going to be 235.5 inches cubed. Okay, once again, if you still need help, go back to step 1 so you can see how I did it step by step, which I didn't skip no steps. On this one, you see it differently because I skipped some steps. I went right away from 5 times 5 is 25, and then 25 times 9, I got to 25. Okay. In example 3 and 4, I want you to go ahead and challenge yourself, like I always say. Try to solve them before I solve them. Put pause on the video and then go ahead and put play after to see if you got the same answer as I did. If not, go check what did you do wrong. So for number 3, we have our radius to be 11 centimeters and our height to be 15 centimeters. So we're just going to go ahead and solve it. Once again, I'm just going to skip some step. If you need to go and see, you think, alright, I don't know where he got these numbers, go to the first example where I went step by step on how I got my answer. So first we go V equals 1/3 pi. Just input our radius. Our radius is 11 centimeters squared times our height, which is 15 centimeters. Okay, and we have V equals 1/3 pi. Then we go 11 times 11 is 121. Then we multiply by 15. Cn. Okay. Now that I have all that, I'm just going to go ahead and multiply everything across. And we went ahead and multiplied all that across. My answer was 1,899.7 centimeters cubed. Okay. So for number 4, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing. V equals 1/3 pi. Our radius which our radius is 8 square, and our height is 10. Okay, so I have V equals, I know right away that I can go 1/3 times pi, 8 times 8. 8 times 8 is going to be 64, times 10 is going to be 640. Then I go V is about, then I go ahead and do all this, solve it. Try to solve it on paper. Try not to use your calculator. If you have to, you have no other choice, then go ahead and use the calculator to just check your work, but always try to solve your multiplying and division in paper. Okay, so after I did that, my answer was 669.9 meters to the cube. Okay, and like I said, always go back and look at the channels multiple times if you have to hopefully you understand how to do the volume of right circular cone. And don't forget to share the video with any of your friends that need help with this. And once again, thanks for watching.